Kobe Bryant is regarded as one of the greatest basketball players to ever live. He won 5 championships and was an 18-time All-Star player, voted NBA's most valuable player multiple times, and he is the highest scorer in Lakers history. Kobe Bryant was known for his tough mentality and relentless pursuit of greatness. Sadly, he passed away in January of 2020, but his lessons on greatness and being the best you can be remain with us. So to honor one of the greatest players to ever live, let's go over Kobe Bryant rules for success. Number 1, focus on one thing.
Right, so, basketball for me was the most important thing. So everything I saw, whether it was TV shows, whether it was books I read, people I talked to, everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player. Everything. And so when you have that point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you to become better at your craft. Trivial things weren't going to pull my attention. It had to be things weren't going to pull my attention. It had to be things that I had a purpose. I wanted to be one of the best basketball players to ever play. And anything else that was outside of that lane, I didn't have time for.
Number 2, the work never ends.
The key factor for me wasn't whether or not I was ready. It was the fact that if I wasn't ready, I was determined to figure out how to get ready. And ultimately, even if I was ready, I still need to improve anyway, right? So the work's not going to stop. And it was just a matter of, do you want to come to the league and learn from the best? And I'm doing the math in my head. I'm looking at Stockton, how many years he's playing, Drexler, how many years he's playing, MJ, how many years more he's playing, Hakeem. And these are players that I studied growing up. And the best way to learn from them is to have that jump off of the film, jump off of the page, and see it face to face. That's the best way to learn, because it was like a database. I had everything in my mind of what they could do, what they didn't like to do, where they did it, when they did it. Now if I could see that up close, that is the greatest form of education that I could possibly receive.
Number 3, the work is done before the game.
I always dreamed as a kid that, it was possible to score 80 or 90 or 100. I always just had a dream. Like sometimes you lay down in bed and you visualize things. And you just kind of, that's at least how I would go to sleep. I'd lay down, I'd imagine playing for the Lakers, and I would imagine what the uniforms look like. I would imagine where we'd be playing, and the smell of the arena and all sort of stuff. And I would see myself, getting hot, score 10 straight points. But in a dream, why would you ever interrupt that? You're not going to have a dream and be like, okay, then he misses his next 6. It's not going to happen. So you just keep dreaming and dreaming and dreaming, and before I go to sleep, I'm at 120 points, And so when you grow up, downloading that into your brain over and over and over, and then that summer, I made 1,000 shots a day, 1,000, right? That's on top of weight training and my conditioning. I made 1,000 shots, and it weren't just shots. It were shots that you saw in that game. They were specific shots. It was coming out of the corner, going to the pinch post, footwork in the post, coming off the screen. It was very specific. So when you download that into your system and you go out in the court and you're just executing things that you've done thousands of times before, and you have that dream, then that becomes possible.
Yeah, everything's been not choreographed, but it's been practiced so many times that it's second nature.
There's why reinvent it? I don't understand that. You go out and play the game and you're just trying to create something new. No, this is what I do. This is what I do extremely well. You're gonna have to stop me from doing that. And if you do stop me from doing that, I have a counter to that. Done.
Number 4, improve your weaknesses.
Right, and when I'd play to my weaknesses. I wouldn't play to my strengths. I played to my weaknesses. Because when you're playing summer basketball, there's so many games. So there's not a lot of skill work being done. So when are you going to get better? Right? When you're playing in competition situations, you're only playing to your strengths. Why? Because you want to win. Right? So what I would do, I was work on the things during those games that I was weak at. Left hand, pull-up jump shot, post game. Right? So I have a strategy. And so then fast forward to when I'm 17, and my game is completely well-rounded, and that player at 13 that I saw at 13 is still doing the same shit at 17. now you got a problem.
Number 5, even if you're one of the greats, find mentors.
So the people I've learned from the most, when I had the idea of first starting a studio, the first person I called was Oprah Winfrey. And we sat on the phone about an hour and a half, 2 hours, went through the history of building Harpo and things that she felt she did well, things that she felt like she didn't do so well, and kind of walked me through her journey, to help me on mine. Another person is Mark Parker, CEO of Nike. He and I speak often. I mean, he's really helped me through a lot of decisions. Tim Cook and Johnny Ives, Apple. So I would say those 3 are the biggest ones that have had the most influence in what I'm currently building now.
Any common theme between those 3 that you kept saying, they keep saying the same similar thing?
The amount of mistakes that are made, right? Because we tend to look at them and say, okay, they don't make mistakes, they don't make bad decisions, and that couldn't be any further from the truth. You all make mistakes, you all make decisions, and you just continue to plow forward. You continue to figure it out.
Number 6, never lose your passion.
But in the NBA, it was actually easier, because what I found in the NBA is a lot of guys played for financial stability. And when they came to the NBA, they got that financial stability. So therefore, the passion and the work ethic and the obsessiveness was gone. So I'm looking at that, I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna be like taking candy from a baby. No wonder Mike wins all these fucking championships. It's like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then you had the players that had that passion, but weren't willing to commit their entire lives to doing that, right? It's a choice, right? You have other things, you have family, you have all these other things that you have to do. The game can't really be your number 1 priority. And so I was just looking at that like, man, this is gonna be fun.
And number 7, be competitive.
Tolerance for that and the kind of culture that the Laker organization stood for in winning championships is not tolerated. You're going to show up to play, and you're going to lollygag through this scrimmage, through this drill. I'm going to beat you. I'm going to let you know I beat you. I'm going to want you to reconsider your professional life choice. And for the most part, people will say, okay, that doesn't make a great teammate. Well, I'm not here to be a great teammate. I'm here to help you win championships. So there's a difference. Fortunately for us and for me, we had an organization that, it was championships or nothing. And they were really good about identifying that and bringing players in here that had that competitive streak and, getting rid of the ones that did not. If I got to fight to get you in the gym, that's a problem. That's a problem. You want players that are gym rats, players that want to be in the gym, that want to work. And then from there, you build on top of that. But if you're lazy, man, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to deal with you. You're going to make me feel dumber. You're going to lower my level. I don't think so. You can go over there. There's plenty of teams in here where you'll fit right in.
Kobe Bryant's Mamba mentality is a mindset of continuous, never-ending improvement in the pursuit of your highest potential, regardless of what your passion is. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Please subscribe to my channel if you have not done it yet, and don't forget to click the notification button. I hope you guys learned and enjoyed this video. Thank you, and have a great day.